Well, according to a report by the International Maritime Bureau, there are 3 types of pirates today that ply the waters. The first are what we call smaller pirates, who simply rob the crew and then they depart. This usually occurs when the victim vessel is at anchor or at port. A second group of pirates are those who rob the crew and steal the cargo as well on board. And then the third type, the type that I'm worried about, are pirates who take over a vessel, reflag it, and then run what's called a phantom ship, which in turn steals the cargo of anyone foolish enough to consign such goods to it. The second and third types of pirates tend to be much more organized, professional pirates, we call them. They are often linked to other criminal organizations, other terrorist organizations, on land, which assist them to carry out the sale of stolen goods and cargo, and also assist them in forging cargo documentation. Here's an example of activities that these pirates pursue. First, the pirates look for a commodity seller or a shipping agent with a letter of credit that's almost expired. By the way, this happens regularly since the demand for shipping space often exceeds that which is available. Then the pirates offer their services of their ship. That's the ship that was stolen, repainted, renamed, and re-registered. A temporary registration certificate is then acquired through a registration office at a consulate. To get such a certificate, all you need is a bribe combined with some verbal information or some false or forged documents. The certificate provides the ship with a new identity, and the ship is loaded, and the shipper receives a new bill of lading. And finally, the pirates then sail to a different port than the one that was named as the destination in the bill of lading, and there they unload their cargo to a partner in crime or an unsuspected buyer and change the temporary registration certificate once again. It goes on and on. The third type of pirates described involves sophisticated organizations who are able to steal at least $200 million a year worth of cargo. Many of the ships are then flagged in either third world or economically underdeveloped countries like Honduras or Panama, and usually take cargo that's easily disposed of but not easily traceable. Examples would be timber, metals, minerals. The significance of this third type of pirate lies in the sophistication of these maritime thieves, and is indicated by the measures these pirates take, as outlined above. They are professional thieves. Ladies and gentlemen, the recent rise in the number of boardings and piracy attacks occurring worldwide, accompanied by the disturbing trend toward the use of firearms and violence once the vessel has been boarded, makes maritime piracy a matter in need of immediate attention. These are not my words. These are the words of the International Maritime Bureau. They're located, of course, in Kuala Lumpur, and they have a piracy reporting center that I'll talk about in a minute. Their methods of operation vary. For example, they usually attack under cover of darkness. Their weapons vary. Pirates in the Arabian Sea often use anti-tank missiles. Those in West Africa carry knives as their choice. And in Brazil, pirates prefer to steal high-tech goods to be resold on the black market. The crews today on merchant and commercial vessels are forbidden, ladies and gentlemen, forbidden by their ship owners and the insurance companies, forbidden to carry any kind of weapons. Ship owners and insurance companies do not want a liability in case there be an accident. There's an environmental danger also associated with what I call pirate terrorism. On January 16th, 1999, the MT Charmant was attacked in the Strait of Malacca. The crew was tied up and the vessel was out of control for some 70 minutes, carrying huge amounts of oil. If it had crashed into a bank, if it had collided with another ship, it would have been catastrophic. It would have been an environmental disaster that the world had not seen yet. But today, we do report attacks. The International Maritime Bureau was established in 1981. It's an arm of the International Chamber of Commerce located in London, England. It maintains, as I mentioned, a piracy reporting center led by a young man whose name is Noel Chung. Much of the report that I gave you at the beginning of the hour was a live piracy report. I am connected with the Piracy Reporting Center in Kuala Lumpur, and week after week, I ask for reports from the Piracy Reporting Center, and invariably, there are anywhere from 6 to maybe a dozen either successful or unsuccessful attempts of pirate terrorism on the high seas. The agency encourages joint aid by nations to not only check the crime of piracy, but also to report them as well. But there are many reports that are not filed. Many reports that are not filed. Why? Many companies do not want unfavorable media, or filing could lead to increased insurance premiums. Shipping companies, port authorities, and customs services have even been infiltrated by pirates. Yes, there has been cases in which on a merchant vessel, on a large oil tanker or container vessel, a part of the crew might be someone who is working with the pirates. And with a radio, with modern technology, they can hook themselves up with their friends and report to the pirates where the weak areas of a ship might be, when a good time to attack a particular vessel could be. And so there is an incident occasionally in which an inside job is committed, as we would say. And finally, there are many reasons for why pirate attacks are not reported. One of them is that ship owners feel the crime is perfectly unsolvable, and so they give up. But today, thank goodness, in the 21st century, there are indeed efforts to halt pirate terrorism, and it is working. For example, the Philippine Coast Guard has added 30 new patrol vessels. The Japanese Maritime Safety Force operates out of Singapore, and they conduct joint exercises with Singapore, countries working together. The Brazilian Congress has recently established anti-piracy forces for patrol near Rio de Janeiro and Port Santos, 2 regions in Brazil where piracy is a problem.